In this lecture, we'll explore how to work with command line arguments in Python. Command line arguments allow you to pass information to your Python programs when running them from the terminal. It can be incredibly useful when you want to customize program behavior without editing the code. To begin, let's understand what command line arguments are. When you run a Python script from the command line, you can add extra information after the script name. This information is passed to your program as a list of strings. The module used to handle these arguments is sys, and you can access the arguments using sys.argv. The first item in this list, sys.argv0, is always the name of the script, and the following items are the actual arguments passed. Now let's try a simple example. Inside our basics directory, I'll add a new folder and name it argv. And inside this folder, I'll create a Python file called testargv.py. Let's firstly import the sys module. Now let's check what's inside sys.argv. It must contain the command line arguments. I want to run this script in the terminal, but since the file is inside a folder, I need to specify the path. Here is the command I'll use with passing 2 additional arguments. Notice how sys.argv is a list with string-type elements corresponding to the arguments provided. The first item specifies the file executed, and the following items are the arguments passed. You know how to print each item in the list individually using a for loop. Let's quickly run it again with different input arguments. So this option gives you a straightforward way to access the input passed to your program, allowing you to perform tasks such as converting strings to numbers, combining multiple arguments, or using them to customize the behavior of your script. Now you may want to work with a specific number of arguments or handle cases where the user provides none. To do this, you can check the length of sys.argv. For example, let's assume we expect at least one command line argument. If not provided, we print a message and ask for it. Otherwise, we print that first argument. Let's verify the behavior. If I run it without providing the expected argument, you'll see the message requesting it. Next time, if I add some arguments, as anticipated, it will print the first one. This ensures your program runs as expected when arguments are missing. By building conditions like these, you can make your program more flexible and user-friendly. To wrap things up, command line arguments provide a dynamic way to customize your Python scripts without hard-coding values. By leveraging the sys module and sys.argv, you can process inputs directly from the command line, making your programs more versatile. That's it for command line arguments. They enable your program to accept user input at runtime, giving you more control and flexibility over how your scripts operate.